The Sign Zone with us shortly, starting this morning with James May and his team building a new pub in the Man Lab. First on BBC One and BBC One HD, the Weekend Weatherview with John Hammond.
Hello there. Well, it looks like we're in for a mild weekend, that's for sure. Pretty windy though, and for some of us particularly wet. The reason we've got very deep low pressure and active frontal systems pushing in from the west, very slow moving too, which means that where it does rain, it's going to rain for a long time, no more so than across parts of northwest England, because we've got this conveyor belt of moisture heading into this part of the world. And for Cumbria, we're going to see wave after wave after wave of wet weather over the next 24 hours or so. 50 to 80 millimetres quite widely, and in some places the Western Fells could see well over 100 millimetres. There is the floodline number for you. You may need it in that part of the world over the next few days. You can see the extent of the rain across these northwestern areas as we go through the early hours. Just some patchy stuff reaching the east. Wherever you are, it's going to be a mild night. Windy though, of course. Temperatures staying above freezing nationwide, so no problems with ice or anything like that, but rain will be a problem. It stays there throughout much of Saturday. Very disappointing start to the weekend for these northwestern areas. Further wet and windy weather to come for much of the day. Whereas further south and east, I think it'll be drier. There will be a little bit of patchy rain from time to time, but there's a rain shadow effect to the east of the Pennines, to the east of the Grampians. So there will be some dry spells here, whereas further west, it will be wetter. We have severe weather warnings in force now for a good part of Scotland. Northern Ireland will see some drier spells, but rain never too far away. I've mentioned Cumbria, particularly prone, and indeed parts of Wales and the north and west of Wales in particular. Of course, that's not good news given the amount of rain we've already seen across this part of the world earlier on this week. For southwest England, by and large, we'll miss the worst of the rain on Saturday. I think there will be some patchy stuff from time to time, but some dry spells in between. And the same applies to other southern counties, some drizzly rain at times. Little brightness, but pretty high temperatures yet again. As we go into the evening and night, so that waving weather fronts goes nowhere fast, it's still there. Another mild night, of course, with winds coming in from the southwest, and there's that waving weather front. Eventually it's going to start to edge its way down towards the southeast on Sunday, so a deterioration in weather here. The rain will eventually arrive, whereas further north and west things will pick up. Certainly for Scotland and Northern Ireland, I think we'll see drier, brighter weather, some welcome sunshine by Sunday afternoon. Another mild day. And then a change next week because high pressure begins to take over. That means it'll turn drier. We'll see some sunshine by day, but as the picture indicates, it will be colder and we will see some overnight frost developing as well. So summaries for various locations through the early part of next week confirms that much more settled prospect. Temperatures though getting a bit of a knock on the head. It will turn a good deal chillier, but some sunshine to compensate. Much more detail, of course, as ever, can be found online, bbc.co.uk/weather, or of course the red button, page 400. That's it. A very good night.
If you're driving in fog, think.
Shake off those winter blues and escape somewhere new.
One pound to New York City!
Are you flirting with me, Mr. Cochrane?
Are you guys telling me you've never told a little white lie to get a bit of action?
Bring on the thunder, little man, and see how far it gets you.
There's a world of programmes to discover on BBC iPlayer.
I've never seen anything like that before.
BBC iPlayer. Your very own BBC.
10 years ago, scientists cracked our genetic code and promised miracle cures. But what happened? Horizon investigates in the Sign Zone this morning at 2:30. First on BBC One, it's the series For Real Men.